In this video, I'm going to show you an ad strategy that allowed me to generate $44,000 at a 2.25 return on ad spend, and it was so effective that I have literally spawned 260 plus copycat ads online and multiple copycat brands all using the exact same ads, same offers, same funnels. And I want to tell you that in this video, you don't have to try and copy my ads. I'm just going to show you exactly how I did it in this video. And my community is going to hate me for giving away even more sauce, but fuck it. I think value speaks for itself. And in this video, I want to show you step by step how I write these ads that allow me to generate results like these using a full prompt that I put together that is right now linked in the description of this video. So if you are extremely lazy, you can pause the video right now and you can just use this prompt and you'll be able to create ads like these. But for those of you that have an attention span longer than a squirrel, I'm going to show you how to use this prompt to create ads that allow you to get results like these and allow you to get results so good that dozens of people copy you. They even copy your Facebook page. They copy your advertorial and they copy your logo colors. And they copy your landing page. They copy everything. This is how good this prompt is. So you don't need to copy that. I'm just going to give it to you for free. All right, let's do it. And by the way, the strategy is not only vetted by myself. We got dozens of community members inside of God Tier Ecom that are crushing it. So shout out to Brandon. This guy, I watched his progression from 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K. And then the other day just completely popped off to a 9.3K day. And this guy's one of the hardest workers in the group. So shout out to you, Brandon, if you're watching this amazing milestone. Anyways, just wanted to give him some clout. Shout out to RJ as well. Just came in and started getting some insane results as well. He has went through a lot of challenges and he's come back and gotten some great results. So let's do this. All right, so link in the description. What I'm going to teach you today is how to create leads with Claude. And what I noticed is that I have a lot of copy prompts online. You guys have probably used them if you watch my content. But the fact of the matter is that a lot of you guys don't actually read books. You don't actually study copy. I'm just being honest here. You guys don't study copy, and I know because I coach a lot of you guys inside of the program. You don't study copy. You're not trained in copy. I'm not formally trained in copy, but I read a shit ton of books on copy. And what I realized is as I was reviewing a lot of AI copy, and the problem with a lot of AI copy is that it looks and sounds really, really good, but it doesn't always convert. And pretty much every single time, I would say 100% of the time when I read people's copy in our community, when I'm reviewing it, the reason why it's not converting is because your lead is dog shit, okay? And that is why I created a prompt here, and it's a very in-depth prompt because this is so important to, if you get this right, you will create really good copy, right? And if you get this wrong, your copy is not going to convert, it's not going to take spend, and you're just going to waste your time and get really frustrated because you're generating all this copy that's really long and it looks great, but it won't convert. So I want to show you how to fix that in this video by focusing on the lead. Now, what is the lead? The lead, in simple terms, is the first 100 to 600 words, typically, of your ad copy. Now, every piece of ad copy or a sales letter has a beginning, middle, and an end. And a lead is essentially the beginning portion. So if your copy is about 600 words, then typically your lead is going to be a little bit shorter, anywhere from 50 to 150 words. If you're writing a 3,000 word copy, your lead might be as long as 600 words. But just know, for the purposes of conceptualizing what a lead is, it's basically the beginning part of your copy before you introduce the product. And I'm reading a great book right now, which is where this lesson is based off of, called Great Leads, the 6 Easiest Ways to Start Any Sales Message. And take it from Michael Masterson, a very famous copywriter who did a lot of work for Agora Financial, or Agora Inc., one of the most famous and influential and impactful copywriting firms of the modern era. That if you've heard of Pareto's Law, the 80-20 rule, the lead is basically the 20% that drives 80% of the success of the copy. And in particular, 80% of the emotional impact of any piece of advertising copy will be determined by the lead. And I'll close it here by saying, when it comes to writing breakthrough copy, the lead is by far the most important part. So you may have heard of the rule of one. Now, if you guys watch the guys over at Evolve Ecom, Shout out to those guys. They put out a lot of great content. You've probably heard them tout the rule of one. Well, I'm always a firm believer that if you want to learn anything, you always need to go to the true and original source. And the rule of one actually gets its origins from this book called Great Leads. And it actually goes all the way back to David Ogilvy's The Big Idea. So it's a idea that originated from Ogilvy, which originated in this book. And the rule of one framework basically states this, okay? Every great ad or promotion must center on one big idea, one core emotion, one captivating story or fact, one benefit, and one inevitable response. And the whole point of direct response copy, as laid out in the book, is that direct response advertising, you need to provoke action. And to do that, you must accomplish two important objectives, okay? You must move the product emotionally, and you must persuade him intellectually or logically. You've probably heard the saying, people buy with emotion and justify with logic. And that is true. And the whole point of our ad is to drive that emotion, make them feel that emotion, and then just to make them justify the purchase with logic. And that's exactly what this prompt is designed to do. So the rule of one framework, as you can see, is laid out here. Step one is to do a product analysis and a benefit hierarchy, customer awareness analysis, decide on whether it's a direct versus indirect lead. Depending on the awareness level, that's going to determine what our lead type is. And so all of this is laid out in the prompt here, but if you really want to be as just an absolute gooner and get through this as quickly as possible, all you need to do is open up a fresh Claude project like this. You're going to copy the entire prompt, okay, like this. So we copy, and it's a giant prompt, right? So we're going to copy this prompt. We're going to go into our Claude project. We're going to paste that in. Okay. Now, don't paste anything, any other information in, because Claude is actually going to ask you for some follow-up information. So just paste that in for now. And this prompt is really, really long, so it's actually going to take a second. All right, so we've just pasted in the prompt here. So now we're just going to say very simply, I'd like to use this prompt on and we're just going to put a product, which is a cat water fountain, awareness level. We're going to say solution aware. And I'll tell you right now, guys, if you're a dropshipper, you will pretty much never be speaking to a most aware. You'll never be speaking to a most aware or product aware audience until you start scaling. Because in order to actually speak to those awareness levels, that requires, if we define those awareness levels, most aware and product aware, they know about your product, right? Most aware knows everything about your product. Product aware knows a little bit about your product, but isn't quite fully convinced. But the key thing there is that they know your product. And if you're a dropshipper, nobody knows who you are. Until you're doing at least 6 figures a month in revenue, there's really no point to create anything for those lower awareness levels. Typically, you're going to want to focus on solution aware, problem aware, and unaware. And really, you want to prioritize them in kind of reverse order. Most products are going to be solution aware. A handful of them are going to be problem aware. And then an even smaller selection of them are going to be unaware. That would be the order that I prioritize them in. They are in order. They are in order of easiest to write to. So unaware is going to be the most difficult. Solution aware is going to be the least difficult. And they're also in order of market size. So typically solution aware is going to be the smallest, not always, but it's typically going to be the smallest. Unaware is going to be the largest because it's unaware, right? So we're going to do this. And all we say is, I'd like to use this prompt on just put your product and then put the awareness level. Okay, so now it's going to go through a few different things here. And just for the purposes of this video, I'm going to say I'd like to proceed with typical assumptions, but make sure you fill all of this information as you're doing this prompt to get it as specific to your product, your offer, your landing page as possible. So I'm going to say proceed with assumptions. But I guess the one thing I'll say is, but we do $79.99 with 8 free filters, 2 free gifts, and free shipping. Okay, so I want to show you here now the resulting output and how to use it. Okay, so it's setting the strategic brief, and now we are getting into some headline options. So option A, the 30-second change that could save your cat from kidney disease. Notice how here, by the way, and this was a key paradigm shift that I kind of unlocked in the book. When you read your hook or your headline, there should be one big idea being communicated. And if we actually go into some of my best performing ads, you'll see that this principle of the hook, or the headline in this case, having one idea is what is prominent in my top performing ads. So the moment my vet saw my cats in Newfoundland, she said that's why his kidneys were failing. Okay. Now, if you look at some of these other shittier replicas of me, right? I mean, this one's good because it's literally mine. A lot of these guys are just using random story details. Like, this is what you want to avoid. This is the copy of somebody who has no clue what the fuck they're doing, and they're just blindly copy and pasting, probably because they're lazy as fuck and they just want, oh, what's the next AI prompt I can use to make really good ads? I mean, with all due respect, there's a lot of retards online, unfortunately, that get into dropshipping. And a lot of these retards think that you can just blindly copy paste prompts, and that's the key to success. They're absolutely lazy as fuck. They don't want to watch videos like these to actually learn the principles of copywriting. They just want to press a button and get rich. So these lazy motherfuckers, actually, I'm not even going to call them retards because that's disrespectful to retards. These lazy idiots are so lazy that they're going to scour the internet looking for videos like these, looking for the next prompt video that they can copy paste. And don't worry, these losers are going to get phased out because they're just fucking lazy as fuck, and they're going to move on to the next business model. But this is textbook right here. Somebody who has no clue what the fuck they're doing and just blindly copies and pastes. And you want to avoid headlines and hooks like these, okay? Your headline should communicate, it should be immediately obvious. What is the one thing this copy is going to be about, right? So in this case, the dangerous reason your cat won't drink enough water and the simple fix. Boom, one idea. There's a dangerous reason why your cat won't drink water. Is your cat's water bowl slowly destroying their kidneys? One idea, right? One big idea. Why veterinarians are begging cat owners to throw away their water bowls. One big idea, okay? One emotion, right? Now, if we actually read the lead copy, this is the copy that we would actually use in a Facebook ad. So, does your cat barely touch their water bowl? Do they spend more time sniffing it than actually drinking? Have you caught yourself worrying, is my cat drinking enough? If you felt that knot of anxiety in your stomach, you're not imagining things and you're definitely not alone. The truth is, most cats are chronically hydrated, or dehydrated, and it's not their fault, it's their instinct. Okay, so this is the initial kind of lead. Now, as you can see, it already kind of like inserted the product here. So there are some modifications for sure that I would make to the lead. But as you can see, you get the quality control check, so you make sure that the rule of one is being applied. You've got the awareness alignment, you've got the emotional power. Now, I would not run this out of the box as is. What I would do is if you're running it, or let's say you want to run a piece of copy, well, actually we can do file, new document. Okay. First thing I would do is I would manually edit this myself. And a couple of things here is that you want to make sure, especially in the first few sentences, that you get that emotion in there, okay? Like this sentence for me is not enough. And I don't think we're playing on the right kind of emotion, which is we're not really dealing with anxiety. We're kind of, well, I guess we are dealing with anxiety, but I would, in my opinion, want this type of a lead to play more towards fear. I guess anxiety is kind of like a subset of fear, or I guess anxiety is caused by a fear of things. So I guess this could work, but I'd probably want to tailor this a little bit more to get more emotional. But that being said, we have a really good starting ground here for writing a good lead. And what we'll say is this lead will be used as the beginning of a longer 1,000 word sales letter for Facebook ad copy. So don't mention product or price or offer. Okay. Let's see. If your cat barely touches their water bowl, read this immediately. That's really good, man. All right, let's see. All right, this is more of a lead that I would actually genuinely run. So let's grab this. Okay, and in this one, we haven't revealed any of the product, any of the offer, guarantees, none of that. This is just the beginning portion of the copy. So what we can do now is we can grab the headline that we would write with this. Boom. Because remember, we're writing to a solution of our audience. These are people that know they have a problem, which is they're aware their cat's not drinking enough water and why that's bad. So now we have our first sentence or hook, why your cat won't drink enough water and why it's not their fault. Super simple. One big idea. Does your cat barely touch their water bowl? Do they spend more time sniffing than actually drinking? The truth is most cats are chronically dehydrated. It's not your cat's fault and it's not your fault either. Your cat isn't being picky or stubborn. They're not just weird about water. They're responding to an instinct that's been hardwired into their DNA for thousands of years. Okay, let's see. Awesome. So this is how I would generate leads. And what's great with this prompt is that you can basically take it into multiple different areas, or you can generate multiple different kinds of leads. You can generate multiple different kinds of headlines. Because if you actually read the prompt, which I would encourage you to do, there's going to be, if you go to step 3, there's going to be all the lead types that are basically handpicked from the book Great Leads. And for most of you guys, you're going to want to avoid lead 1 and lead 2, but lead 3, lead 4, lead 5, lead 6, or in other words, the indirect leads, these are perfect for audiences that are anything but most aware and product aware. So not only can you have different variations amongst these 4 indirect leads, but you can also tailor this to specific angles. So if you want to write this from a first person POV, or if there's a specific angle you want to take with it, or let's say in the case of like a cat water fountain, and you know a lot of people have plastic water fountains and you want to focus on that, you can do that as well. But this is and should be the foundation of any high performing piece of ad copy that you put into your ad account. A lot of people are obsessing in my comment section and on Twitter about like, oh, what images should I put? What images should I put? And guys, I'm telling you right now, the image does next to nothing for this type of ad strategy. Okay, what drives the performance is this. So what you need to focus on, like, let's put it this way. If I changed the image and just left the copy, I'd probably say get good performance. If I got rid of the copy and left the image, like no copy, or just use some generic ad copy, it's not going to convert. That's the whole point of this strategy. So if you want to make this strategy work and get really good at it and get results like you've seen all throughout this video, then you need to master getting really good at copy. And that starts with this first lesson, which is writing the lead. And thankfully, AI is here to shortcut this entire process. So guys, that is going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the content as always. I tried to turn my mic volume up, so I apologize if it's dog shit still. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be releasing a series of videos after this one that is all about how to write copy for modern direct response ads on Facebook ads. I don't really see a series like this on YouTube or lessons like this on YouTube. Everyone's fucking around with UGC and video content, but I truly believe that direct response copy and sales letters are the next wave in 2025, and I want you guys to be part of it, and I want to lead that charge alongside our community members, driving results without ripping content, without UGC, and without video ads, just old school direct response principles at play and dominating the competition. So the prompt for this video is linked in the description. I just showed you how to use it. So start generating some awesome leads, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, drop a comment, by the way, and let me know what kinds of content you want to see next, in addition to this series I'm going to be releasing, which is going to turn you guys into fucking epic copywriters. So drop that comment. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.